Let's soak this up. We're coming off the back of a huge best of 3, and this was supposed to be banger of the night. It's going to be hard to follow that act, but we know this one's going to deliver.
Hooksy, first one down. Dupree's got himself the double. Ooh, make it a third.
He said you can't just show up on the server.
Yeah, just click the heads. It's as simple as that. Oh, Aussie. JKS. Out from Temple, smokes off Dark. Of course, still 3 of them remaining. Magisk, he's going to take his sweet time as JKS also does the same and isolates nothing. Zywoo just so ready for the headshot. So
full house.
2 for the Woo and 1 man only. Still have a smoke for JKS, but there's no pressure at A out of the gate. And Hunter did find a little pocket to play within Dark. Sounds can be heard as they get to the approach. Spinks is going to kill Hooksy. Bomb will be planted. Nobody can really challenge that. Hunter's thinking about it. And if he times it properly, yeah, he'll find Dupree. But Apex right there with the trade frag vitality. Simple. Slicing straight through that B defense, getting their bomb down, ensuring no shenanigans. That was the plan. But niko has connected with that Desert Eagle. niko and m0NESY coming into this match as the 2 highest rated players here in Washington. And when you get m0NESY and niko at the same time, that's when you're meant to be lifting trophies. Couple more scout shots as parting gifts, but Vitality walk away with 2 alive.
Yeah, heavy damage is great, but I think economy is going to be the least of G2's problems right now. When we watch Vitality play against Faze on Anubis, you know, Vitality really struggled for a bit there to get into the game, winning only rounds with pistols. But once they solved that problems, they outright won the half, and then they coming in.
You put m0NESY in the right spot, though. And that could very well feel like a brick wall.
There's no more smokes for the CT side.
30 seconds. Couple flashes and a Molotov and an opening kill, but m0NESY down to half health. Luckily, Hunter holds on. He's lost his opper and his own head. Zywoo, of course, to make the difference on this one. We had seen JKS kind of poking and prodding on long A. Well, now he gets completely shut down.
That's BuzzWoo.
Zywoo, instant headshot. niko gonna have to show us a little rifle work. He takes down the Woo. And pressure falls on the shoulders of Dupree, who's been given time to just reposition. niko trying to figure this out. Slowly, surely getting closer. No kit, no nades. It's a straight up duel. And it's one he's going to win. 1v2 for niko early on. First gun round from G2. Nets them around win.
They don't count my matchmaking games.
No. Maybe they will in CS2. Flash to top mid, Dupree pounces, doesn't get the opener, and JKS there to save niko, who just took a dangerous quick peek around the side, spots a couple more bodies, activates Hunter to smoke off Dark. Great job there from G2 to just flush out the bridge presence. Back-to-back 5v4s for the defense, but Hunter gets caught, and it's a double out of Spinks.
Did they even shoot back? Because they needed to. 3 players here from G2, all in compromised rotator spots. niko, can he get into this?
He's gonna try, but remember, he's low health. And by spamming smoke, he gives himself up to Apex. Tagged for 99.
Okay, m0NESY.
Yeah, just chill out, bro. What do you know that I don't?
Those are walls for us.
All right, well, leaning on Spinks then to get the double entry. To me, with the 5v4, with the knowledge that there were players down in canals and bridge had been taken, I mean, you'd think player crossing back, not even looking at long B.
Yeah, something looked very wrong there. And that's actually the second time something's looked wrong on the site defense. Spinks doesn't care, though. Oh, okay, Op gets taken down, but of course JKS can pick it up. And so it's fine for him at the very least, but lots of damage here on top of the round 1 from the 2 entries from none other than Spinks. As he pointed out for Spinks.
Tight bomb's been picked back up. Of course, we've been praising Kerrigan for some really good calls lately. I think Apex has to get his flowers.
Yeah, he was one better.
Mid-round moment. He's going to stack them all up outside of where the only player who's gone down so far lies. But guess what? The kid's still here. Smoke comes over. It's going to be a bit of pressure on m0NESY. Hunter, dual Berettas sure as hell help. And a second to the only op. Now needed a 2v5. There's a ton of pressure. There's only 15 seconds. They've got no way to get Hunter out. He delivers, and it's a complete and total collapse.
Damn, that's m0NESY Doing exactly what he needs to do. Perfect support on the pistols around.
JKS just going to jump the nades. Gives himself an option. Opens the door for niko as well to cut them off, but Vitality going to play it safe. Magis peeks out. dupreeh trades him. Nothing more yet. JKS, massive shadow advantage. One of the two AKs brought in, now down. That's going to be Apex now, having to offer something as his teammates continue to fall all around him. Spinks is leaning back. Apex has recovered it, but m0NESY shoots him down. And now Spinks turns it, can't manage a second. G2 give up the plant, but they'll take the round.
Yeah, that was scary for a moment. Actually, critical 1D from HGIHLIGHTS to make sure the tides kept turning in the favor of G2. Vitality getting up to that choke point and getting in the sight. That sometimes can be too hard to stop. No one playing skinny pillar on site. Decisions for Vitality. See if they can squeeze this one dry. And as often as you don't see him up, we have seen a couple of rounds out of HGIHLIGHTS.
Yep, from this exact position.
Yep.
You know, if ever you're going to see it, it's going to be here. But Hunter, well, he stops the first two out of dark. Magis.
Oh.
Y'all wanted to see some deegs?
There's some weird guns around to pick up. Things
can't cross though. Yeah. Nice attempt. If he had the bomb or if the long player was able to survive, that'd be one thing. But HGIHLIGHTS just looking to buy time. m0NESY loses his line. dupreeh pressing in. We've seen a clean entry path before, but as they boost up behind that, Hunter's looking for his angle. They've already crossed one. But it's Apex with the bomb that gets stopped. 15 seconds. dupreeh shoots back through smoke. zywoo barely survives that as he crosses in the open. HGIHLIGHTS still waiting for a chance to strike him down, but dupreeh gets over towards long. It's information for the CTs, and now it needs to be niko. And it could have been niko. But instead, the last two stand tall.
That's a big shout out to dupreeh.
All the utilities on zywoo. You can see him setting it up. It's going to come down to the Danes on the entry. That's two AKs in hand and a FAMAS ready to receive. Dodges the flash, gets his one. And right behind him's niko. He's protected from mid, but not protected from dupreeh. Another double entry from dupreeh and a patient one out of Spinks as he awaits the rotate in middle. Hunter could slip beyond. But even if he does so, he would be committing to a flank that you can presume would be watched, while m0NESY has to try and attempt to entry from the other side. These CTs so split up in this retake attempt. But at least you know that Spinks was still back by bridge. So it's a 2v2 honestly, here and now. Losing m0NESY makes this way harder, and Hunter, he's got a tough decision to make. Does he take this chance? A 1v2 with T's split and Spinks now coming in. That's where this one ends.
Holy man.
They sweep away the CTs. dupreeh takes it to niko.
We talked about and G2 themselves right here. But, you know, with that buyout of Spinks, after the buyout of 2/5 of Astralis, you know, after signing zywoo for 4 years, there's a demand for them to make podiums every single time. And even though it's the expectation, it's still unbelievably impressive that they made it to come together. And it might be too far gone to have some kind of era in CSGO to close things off, but Vitality are looking to make it a period.
Yeah.
Maybe winning 3 tournaments that they attend to close.
14-7 is dupreeh. You know, we see a couple of those 2Ks. You think he cools off. He will this time.
Revenge.
Yeah. God, that's got to feel good for niko. Of course, losing a 5v4 would hurt even more, but HGIHLIGHTS holds off versus Spinks. You've got dupreeh and Spinks dead.
HGIHLIGHTS.
But zywoo's alive and kicking. Apex presses out, gives them the bomb. Hell of a gift. It's funny too, because it's as zywoo's walking away after getting his kill, Apex just runs in with bomb. Like,
he saw what dupreeh did that last round. That was essence of dupreeh, but 2-on-4 now.
Still legs on this.
You know, I think so. Yeah, you're right. Now, Magisk, of course, is a timing here.
And JKS won't spot him from Canal, so that timing is slowly closing. You know, it's a tough spot. If he catches the flank, then it reopens the possibility of going elsewhere. But by not being able to do so, this one becomes impossible. zywoo without the bomb, he knows.
This is an interesting moment because it was a decision for zywoo to either like follow up with Apex, but like just like the dupreeh decision on that last round, if he dies to niko, it's a completely different round. They don't have the sight at all. And that's basically the version of reality we see right now. So, of course, you either look like a madman or a genius, whether or not you, or based on whether or not you win or lose. And now we've seen both sides of that coin. Okay, all right, man. The kid was right. The kid was right. Hold that phone up high. It's just always incredible to watch zywoo play. And, you know, there was a time where even zywoo getting his top 1, his top 2, his top 1 again, his top 2 again, over in hard games. Not running away when you need him to.
Yeah, Apex unlocked something in zywoo. Brought the fighter to the front. dupreeh, no double this time. Gets held onto. Modesty looking for his op impact. But another missed shot as they press through the smoke, get onto jail. Modesty with nothing but whiffs finally puts zywoo down. Little USP damage, it's low HP for the 2 players still up, but a 2v2 regardless. And bomb gets thrown down into dark. Apex had left with 9 points of health. And this is just a great showcase of the middlemen of G2. JKS, Hunter, niko, the 3 riflers all putting forth a good performance, picking up the slack that I think is being created by a lackluster Modesty, but Apex just Goomba stomps niko, and he leaves bomb dark and runs A.
Okay, he's giving himself a chance to try to get this kill. Now, figure this out.
JKS pushed out, clears canals, but he's still worried about it because he's thinking how or where or when, and now Apex could just get the duel. Nah.
See, that's the risk that JKS comes into middle.
Yeah.
And Apex has to assume he hopefully doesn't do that. But it's 2 AKs for Vitality.
Yeah, G2 are wasting no time. They've already thrown Hoaxie around. dupreeh's deagle trying to hold this off, but of course now the stack outside the A site's probably going to feel uncomfortable knowing the jig is up. They get their contact versus heaven, don't know about the pillar player, so JKS shuts down zywoo, and G2 are going to walk away with a pretty solid half. 7 rounds at the end of this one. A little resurgence as they finally found a solution to those dupreeh double. Players just there for G2. And with zywoo playing behind Cake, he'll get burned out, crossed over. Hoaxie tries to chase this, and as he goes down, now we get the all-in. Apex is going to be under pressure here. 3 players coming at him. He's got no assistance nearby. So with that, definitely bomb plant here for G2. Retake needed in the pistol, no kits.
Yeah, but they pick good spots to come in from. Some things will take time, but at the moment, it's G2 playing within. Can they expand?
JKS goes back. 2 CTs now spotted. That's half of the puzzle figured out. And dupreeh gets killed. Modesty back towards the bomb site. Looking to trade out versus Magisk. And Hunter now inside of the dark room. Everything's getting kind of sprawled out, strung out. Magisk, all that remains now. Suddenly, G2 bouncing back in pistol, but bomb's not planted. Luckily, no kit. It forces him out, and Hunter, he bites down on it, showing a little skin. Ooh. But it is indeed the 3-player stack outside of B site that gives G2 their 8th.
Dude, well done. I mean, that was a super solid start out of Vitality. All you needed from there on was trades. It does bring attention to the fact that Apex was there.
Cave taken over. Of course, all this movement's just going to let Hunter peek out because he knows that they're just jumping around. Apex making a ton of sound, fed the info to the dark guy. dupreeh gets nothing off of pillar. Spinks with the scout, trying to find damage, but indeed the whole site crumbles. So, G2, first to double dip.
Did he hit 3 with that one?
Maybe. I think there's a little team damage in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody on G2 is kind of frothing at the mouth to get in with ecos.
I'm liking the mollies out of G2 in both halves right now. They definitely displace the setup that. In the same way in Vitality attack, they weren't using mollies in the same way. So G2 quietly put the bomb down, open sight, all the kills. It's looking good. They get 10 first.
Let's go.
In the first map today. We're starting to feel like Vitality were unstoppable.
Time.
Yeah, and they get a smoke down as well.
zywoo looking for his angle, but if this site gets swarmed, then suddenly he's going to be exposed to the bush. Oh, that's bomb, though. It gets thrown behind the obelisk. And Spinks still just safely in his corner. It's a 3v5 clawback, but as smoke fades, I think G2 are going to get exposed in the open. Spinks just stopping them. 3 kills and an additional dink. niko with no other target retreats. The time trickles down, and Vitality, a stacked sight to get 9.
I gotta say, you know, at first I said this is getting dangerous for Vitality, but I want to say that they kind of had a good feeling of what kind of exec was coming. They decided not to play in con or the pillar. G2 designed their sight hit to attack that, and with that scorched earth, instead we have G2 giving up the left side.
And this could very well pay off. This timing, with so many of his teammates right behind him, I mean, he is willing to blindly walk through these smokes, committed to the cause. And zywoo, he just gets smoked by HGIHLIGHTS. HGIHLIGHTS pressing through that smoke.
Wow.
Not afraid of anything. Chance of his name in Washington.
They make the tiniest move on the other side of the map, and they're one risk of coming through the first smoke. And he knows that they're not going to be prepared. That's a great shot out of him, too. Could have missed that. zywoo stays alive, has a chance to fight again. Not going to happen today. So, well, minimal casualties up until the exits. Who else is going to die is the question. JKS is bloodthirsty.
Can't really afford too many here, so Vitality looking for majority alive. It's not every day that you really get to see zywoo completely caught off by something, right? Like, oh!
One bullet each.
You know, if zywoo gets overwhelmed, it's generally him getting one and then maybe traded, if not 2 frags up from zywoo. But just, you know, we consider him one of like the most cerebral players. Into the connector cover, him and zywoo both burned back a bit, but there's definitely a follow-up coming. We've got Hunter and HGIHLIGHTS in middle, 2 CTs on the receiving end, and that flash blinds zywoo's support. Look how scared they are, just hiding. Apex down from beneath has lost track of the second player, and so again, this A site crumbles.
They're getting overrun, man. This is a G2 building momentum. And it's new ideas. You know, we had a very simplistic T side from Vitality. Everyone else is working so hard to come up with new ideas. And here's G2 showing how it works to have a mid-split executed on properly. Vitality never even tried that. Not a single time in the first half. And, you know, for HGIHLIGHTS, part of it is him doing this for his team, but also individually. And he's got 5v4 back-to-back rounds, resulting in round wins.
This round. They don't have to overplay it. They don't have to peek out. Magis just needs to be ready. But there's a flash with his name on it and a split that's about to hit him and zywoo. zywoo covers, loses his teammate, dives into the site and delivers that second. Gets away into cover and looks to post a third, but Apex helps.
There's the action figure that we've been waiting for in zywoo. And Spinks, would you say he gobbled the...
zywoo wants a deeper angle. JKS, he's going to peek into this off. But a missed shot.
It's a missed shot, and setup gets shaken a little bit, and it's actually very nice for G2 that JKS is here.
There go all the nades out of G2. Smoke grenade's going to create a bit of obstruction.
This also multiplies his presence. It's a good idea. Oh, it gives him a chance. HGIHLIGHTS gets a kill.
That's the opening. That's all they need. And JKS gets Apex as he attempts to depart. This is a 3v5 evened out.
Oh my god, the pathing is really good from JKS. Spinks walks in. He could change this round.
And m0NESY's been left alone, sliding back into dark. Look how far HGIHLIGHTS has gone. Completely leaving long. m0NESY doubles back, gets ahead of Temple, can't flick over. Spinks is concerned about long, but it's really HGIHLIGHTS doubled up in dark. JKS so far removed, but his timing to a T. He's got him in the open. And now zywoo's gonna stick that bomb.
The reload.
Hands off the keyboard, easy. Whew, for the big Z, zywoo takes it away from them.
Wow. By a hair, man. Dude, that was a 3v5 out of G.
His back is exposed. HGIHLIGHTS ran through and didn't kill Spinks. Nade goes deep behind the glyphs. And Spinks is just playing dodgeball with utility right now. He loses Dupree instantly. That second player on pillar's dead. Spinks back turn, double! Chance and more! But they line up on the angle. They take his head clean off, and they push all of the pressure onto the A players. The two who were trying to craft an opening kill now need to come through with a retake. And they've got the utility, they've got the kit. They've got more to work with than what Spinks did in his 1v1. Flash high, perfectly placed. But zywoo's dead, and as is Magisk. G2 with first blood in this series. End the win streak of Vitality.
CT setup versus a Hulse pop. What happens now?
Spinks versus Hunter going down in alt mid. Balcony player is going to also go for the peak, so they do indeed get that one. And that just serves as the push for G2. It's the trigger that forces them out. 3 of them. We still have niko on the other side of the map. We'll see how that one comes back to deal with Vitality's retake,
About
which
to see Spinks in a second.
is already about to get going. Spinks does wait long enough, catches niko, well called. Now a 3v5 in the post plant. There's no kit here for Vitality, but a tap out of zywoo as JKS, m0NESY, triple! Just like that, more than half evaporate, and it pushes HGIHLIGHTS into the clutch v Spinks. He's covered, but the smoke fades, and the kit, without it, all of a sudden, Spinks has a problem, and that problem is HGIHLIGHTS patiently waiting in pits. G2 will take the T-side pistol.
No kid makes the difference here. HGIHLIGHTS doesn't let down m0NESY. The IGL and Prodigy work together to put down
G2 on T-side, but they couldn't do it.
Saw quite a few deagle pop-offs throughout Anubis. Maybe queue up another. Mac-10 getting shot in the back of the head. That's a lot of players spotted. T still trying to press out.
Whoa, they overcommitted. We saw so much information right there.
Guns can be grabbed. Dupree's not going to waste a moment. Picks up the AK, gets it back onto Orange, and if you're G2, you now know the danger. That forces Dupree to double back. Remember, that's the AK that he was able to pick up. JKS keeps his head down, jumps up to Orange. Dupree doesn't want to die. He gets pounced on, and Spinks hasn't shown anything. He finds timing. Oh, denies it. Just like that, falls to JKS. He has to push. He needs to kill him, and he won't. Stoic is Spinks in the backside.
Oh, the first kill means 2, and they needed to delay the plant because right there we saw they were worried about emo at the
Okay. There we go. zywoo's just peppering everybody. zywoo's still waiting. We get that close presence down from B.
That's the highest of concerns.
Sure.
And outside of that, I think a late start at a zywoo on Anubis,
Fair.
You know, could have certainly made a difference. But overall, I think it's more positive stories from both these teams than not. Okay. There's extra damage, and that's kind of what G2 are in this for. Trying to get kills. A round would be enormous, but you got to think. 31 and 10 HP for the Kovac, and it should be an easy cleanup for Vitality. We'll see. 2v3 on the site. Spinks wakes up, but only for 1. So I was sitting here on a USP because he has a scout. Let's see if he can find this. Oh, it's perfect to the head.
That's so cheesy, bro. G2 waits so long.
And JKS now, he has to survive.
To save this. Has to. zywoo, okay. Settle down now. Had to have saved that one. G2 waited as long as possible. And honestly, it paid off. We see these.
They won't overcommit. It'll just be JKS. A little poor next rounds.
And maybe able to offer us something here. Trades Magisk out. But G2 fans can't get their hopes up. It's just that one AK. All right, here we go. Everybody's ready. Little peek out of the M4. Still concerned about balcony, though. And you know that's just going to be a threat. Bothering Spinks, but Dupree with the MP9. Stops bomb. Going to be tough to get that back. We're working with 2 players, low health already. And of course, JKS trying to get that AK into the mix.
I think the simple equation that's really nice to see for Vitality lately and when they're at their best is where there's 1, there's 2, especially on CT side. So aggressive setups aren't just one guy. Got to try to get a kill and maybe, best case, just die.
It's right there. Jumps over. Ooh, goes down. 3rd one for Vitality queued up. That pistol round sent upside down and now fully converted on us.
Yeah, it sort of feels they've become lethargic on their CT side because they just like are dominating in a way that no team has honestly in a long time.
Oh,
on this side, wow.
Pounced on by niko.
With the Hobbit Molly and everything. He was at least going to take 40 damage, ended up dying too.
Nobody can follow up because of the fire that was still burning and a smoke's right thereafter.
Okay,
they don't have to respect that.
This is the key right now. See, they're not scared when they get to this marker, so Apex,
gonna dive it.
How can he get into this?
Apex looking to get lucky. Lucky to be alive. Molotov sent down towards default. That interrupts the bomb plant. But because montesi leaves the plant, the frag doesn't find him. Apex just being a nuisance and doing so long enough for the rotate to come over. Sick boost. Deep CT spawn, and niko gets struck down, so man advantage here for Vitality. It's a bomb plant regardless, but it's not a very comfortable post plant so far, and HGIHLIGHTS, he extends out from new box. So now one after another, G2's players falling. Needs to be montesi, and he is also empty-handed. Only Hunter left. 2 to the right. And a slow flank, but the smoke's up. So if Hunter strikes these guys down now, well, this clutch is a live wire. He turns it, and Spinks denies it. G2 get their plant. They force through smoke, but it's Vitality to keep on winning. zywoo holding on the angle. It's not the most amount of util, so here it comes. And zywoo, comfortable with the first shot, falls back. Met by nades, smokes all over. Apex spams through. And so yet again, G2 trying their luck on this B hit. Ooh! JKS the next victim.
Wow, it's a lockdown, man. That's a wicked fast shot out of zywoo to start things off. And you see where the X's are again. The key to winning on this map is killing players right there. And Vitality right now are delivering on that promise. Apex, I think you heard a fast step. Info goes both ways. 2v5, you think no chance. But these two have delivered a full house in this match already.
If he shoots too much, it's a welcoming for HGIHLIGHTS to just press through. I mean, that one we all see coming.
Now they're trying to create an enclosure. Okay, the time left over means they can't get too lurky with it. CTs know this.
Could always be in spawn, so Magisk has to keep his guard up, but Spinks with such a deep angle shaves montesi off the play. And a HGIHLIGHTS 1v4? No, surely not.
What a flash. That worked out beautifully.
He gets onto the bomb site. Plant will not go down. Magisk able to just jump upon it, and that's 5 in a row for Vitality.
Yeah, that's, 0 rifle rounds here, won by G2. Couple of good...
Trying to play catch up with Spinks, who is the top fragger for Vitality. But this setup, doesn't matter that he misses. Dupree's right there. It's on the fallback that things could have gone south. HGIHLIGHTS, yeah, poor guy, chased by the frag, and zywoo just slams him against the wall. Another nade down middle as the last tidbits of utility Vitality held on to are still safe. All is going well. Magisk, fadeaway shot, gets away. That's an off. Oh no, excuse me, the scout. And so nothing comes of it. Yeah, that'll work.
That's the simple.
6 in a row.
All right, yeah. Yeah, Vitality, they've...
Vitality as well, so there's been openings, but more often than not, it's just stuffed.
Lots of variety here from the defense.
Oh my god. Apex just nails the timing.
Oh, the kill and a little extra.
Talking about nailing timing.
You can shoot through a smoke, so can I.
Yeah, that's sick for montesi.
And this is the kind of play where niko might walk out, but they haven't identified an opper, so it makes it a lot more dangerous for niko to take any kind of risk from this position. They might, in fact, know that zywoo is on that side of the map for now.
Yeah, they're going to work this back. Flashbangs on JKS go out. That's meant to serve as the opening for niko. No, excuse me, it's faking A. But it's not going to move this B defense because it's leaning so far back. There was never going to be a movement here. It has to come down to the kills. But if they write off Magisk's presence, then this gets stopped. Or does it? Magisk doesn't get away with the kill. They have the time to press him. Bomb stopped. It needs to be a push out of montesi. He also gets bested. Magisk buys enough time that even with JKS on the late lurk, so be it. It is 7 out of Vitality.
Oh, wow, it's a setup that, I think once upon a time was more typical, where you have emo and quad at the same time. But these days, you don't play it as often because one of those two positions will get mollied. Lots of utility.
Ooh. He's stuck in the corner, still fights back. But they know he's pinned in, and he brought down JKS. The fact zywoo gets away with 2. Primes Dupree. Triple spray made easy. Vitality can simply do no wrong.
Do 3.
Quiet on the approach this time.
Control C, Control V.
zywoo waits. Oh, gets back.
Oh, they don't kill him.
He's just unkillable, really. Dupree could find a timing on the spray, but B player is going to feel the pressure. Oh, good damage.
Just a Tech 9.
Lucky to be alive. niko was hoping to get an angle out Balk, but he gets smoked off.
It's really important to fan to CT in these moments for keeping options open, but also putting pressure on the B players to not rotate, because they don't know if it's banana. They don't know if we're calling into a B split. So very good situation for G2. They wish they had better guns.
They've got a lot of control, though, leaving HGIHLIGHTS deep CT.
But they're going to rule out the timing for them to be able to split B on the clock if they wait too long. Looks like the formation is taking place, and we don't have Vitality pushing together to get banana control or anything like that. So there's a chance here.
Small chance, but doable. A couple smokes come over. The fact Magisk isn't on new box like he was last round, they're just holding on to control. Magisk waits. Apex clears out the CT player. That's one thing, but if Magisk dives this bomb, he stops it.
And no time.
He picks it back up, but JKS can't find the plant.
Wow.
Now two with no money in niko and JKS. Just wait. Banana.
Whoa. That was close. That was almost a lot worse. Did they both pick up guns, though?
Yes. X not dying first. We're going to get 3 players to stack up, ready to pop. Spinks on a moment's notice could just lock it all in. Ooh, it's a little ugly. zywoo suddenly feels the pressure. He's got Dupree here to help him, and all is good. HGIHLIGHTS going to return it. Oh, he gets it. Last bullet. This one's alive. With 2 kills, HGIHLIGHTS has opened up this post plant, but they pressure him instantly, wasting no time, disrespecting the smoke. The gun gets away from HGIHLIGHTS, and they don't know where Monacy's at. It's Magisk on the kit. It's a 5-second stick, and by the time that he comes through, that bomb is already defused. Oh, he could have clutched it, but instead it's Vitality 10-1.
Ooh, HGIHLIGHTS, he had to go for some kind of plan. He was worried about a push. Monacy was disconnected from him. I don't think it was a bad place.
No challenge on the approach, at least. They're being given some space. I mean, the numbers game here for G2 is so strong. Surely these 2 defenders can't stop it. They keep it simple. They try to drop down out of the apps. Dupree traded. Spinks' position is known, and the short players are going to come soon, but Hunter doesn't actually pounce.
And he doesn't have the bomb out of Halls as well, so he's in jeopardy of dying. Spinks, he still has the bench peek, and he's off the side of it.
His teammates are here. I mean, he's comfortable just sitting inside of the smoke. He's going to find Hunter almost with a nade out. Luckily for the Monacy from the top shelf, comes through with the kill that reopens the site.
It's so messy right now. Oh my God, look at the flank that's coming in, man.
Apex, he's got it. Monacy gets executed from the back end, and now all of a sudden, these 2 players on site are going to feel so stranded. Not to mention Hunter already wounded, but it's the Kovac in a 2v3, and niko just trying to close this as Hunter fights on. Magisk kills him over the shoulder, gun's empty, Glock's out, CT's pouring.
Not like he's dying as soon as they get out. He's still getting 1. In this situation, he's staying alive for a long time on top of the kill.
Backstab, I think. Yeah, Monacy knifed HGIHLIGHTS. Mutiny.
And now we're getting vintage niko. The walk up to the top of banana. And dude, we've seen so many new ideas from Vitality every single round. Could he even read this situation? Apex now joining the fray. 2 frags.
niko and Monacy. Think about that. niko and Monacy just tried to press through that smoke to challenge Apex, and they both get gunned down. They've got weapons. niko is 5-12. Hunter 4-12. Monacy not much better. The scoreline from G2 Stars looks like the same as their in-game leader, and that is a problem. Hunter looks to reclaim a hope for G2 on this B site, but Dupree back corner doubles. Dupree's doubles a dime a dozen tonight.
It's Maltese on CT's side only. Crazy. It's so hard to anticipate.
Flyover shows us the defense. Little stack in the back sight. Magisk not comfortable with the flash. Now they killed 1, but now he swings. Ooh, awkward. Puts himself out. Shows enough for the trade to come down easy.
All right,
and G2, after all of this labored effort, managed to break through this defense with Tech 9s and a couple of smokes. An M4 picked up by Hunter and another one on HGIHLIGHTS. And I mean, last 2 rounds of the half, so surely Vitality going to give us a retake attempt despite man disadvantage. Let's see what they've got. They've got an incendiary still for zywoo. That's going to burn out 2 players on the backside. And look at the way it flushes them forward. Right into dupreeh. zywoo just straight up kills m0NESY. Time is so low though. And HGIHLIGHTS, he's gonna kill the 2, sets up JKS. It's about damn time.
It's about damn time. There you guys go. Oh, it's getting painful out there for the G2 fans in the crowd, but their worst Inferno game so far. Let's see if they can find some solace in round 15.
Yeah, 5v4, something to start with. m0NESY though, if he walks through, he's done.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, dupreeh's like, wait, I don't want to play this game. A run up towards pit. zywoo saw one, but then he just disappeared. dupreeh's managed to put up another hold. Apex is dead. zywoo knows that he's surrounded.
They keep forgetting about one. Will they in this situation?
They know, they've got him. JKS rocks him. And so just when you thought this was over, when you thought G2 had flatlined on Inferno, they give us the slightest uptick to go into the CT side.
1 rifle round.
Yikes.
Well, Vitality had infinite money glitch, so they could afford that loss. They can go for the retake, and you know what? It's 2v2.
Yeah, and they've got them stuck on site. It's just flashes for Magisk. Low health on dupreeh. HGIHLIGHTS and Hunter to hold. Should be fine. Short player comes up. HGIHLIGHTS in the back corner to close. And time is of the essence. He stays alive. But is it for long enough? Bomb decides. G2 2 or G2 2? They get away with that third. No way. By the skin of their teeth.
But I'm not biting my tongue. It's looking ugly.
Gonna keep this simple. Swarming around the A site. Hunter dual Berettas in the pocket. Oh, nothing. Pit player's gonna have to come up massive. And JKS in a pistol round? You love it. zywoo though, just as that player jumps out from Valve,
footstep.
you see JKS kind of stutter. zywoo executes him. Man advantage in the post plant with the pit cover. Very strong spot for zywoo to just start firing off. m0NESY and niko, stars of the show, looking dull on this second map though.
Oh boy.
Saving in the pistol.
Even with a pistol, it was looking dire. But now, I don't know if you honestly asked them if they believe they could come back into this game, if any of them would really say yes. There's no stats to back it up. There's not a lot of confidence as of recent. I think before the match started, because of their Anubis, it felt like, okay, it was just a form thing. But right now, I mean, you can discredit G2 just as much.
Vitality have a clear path here into A. JKS, that MP9. Oh, first player's knife out. Easy pickup on zywoo. m0NESY's deagles up, and the bomb drops. A quick rotate from Hunter, looking to add himself in from Arch. A snap up will not go his way. It's 1 kill out of m0NESY and a single from JKS. But the Berettas, we saw them thrive back on Anubis in the hands of Hunter. HGIHLIGHTS could slide up and catch them off guard. niko kills Spinks, and sure enough, they'll find them by surprise. Magisk's hiding.
I think they might.
Oh, pops up, shuts down one, sprays away.
Oh, another clutch.
Magisk makes sure no space for G2.
No retakes, 1 for G2. No pistol in the second half. You've got Vitality are maxed out.
Oh, Magisk.
Wow. Well, I said Magisk is going to be niko on T-side. Well, look at him go.
Yeah. Thriving. 19-7. He'll get bested by Hunter, but a lot of pressure here. zywoo, it's an easy cleanup for that. Just 2 straight-up kills and a bunch of damage from Magisk. Another round with his name on it. 288 damage in total.
And of course, that's them buying down.
m0NESY walking closer. Apex holding it already, but a little quick switch from Apex costs him. A second chance for m0NESY. just drops the bomb. That's going to force the MAC-10 to come back. Not an ideal duel.
They're not going to waste any time
But
here.
I like this. The push out of JKS.
Ooh,
Modessy's gone ahead and killed Dupree, and this force buy worked.
Okay. All right.
A 3v5 force buy.
Sort of lipstick on a pig, though, isn't it? Against 14 this year. So you're watching the setup phase.
Vitality wanting to get 3 in a row. G2 looking to get one since their slump at the start of the year. There's a lot on the line here. zywoo's going to kick it off. zywoo's just looking to push this series straight into map 3. Let's stop waffling on Inferno. Get to where the series ends. It feels inevitable, but, oh, man, after a tech pause to take it away from them, I don't think so. Modesty, headshots after headshots to hold off the banana play. Those pistols were getting a little antsy. It's damage onto 2, but coming out of that smoke, should be dead. Spinks looking to steal it all.
Well, for what it's worth, he's got some ridiculous 3Ks in this game.
They want blood launders. They want the ace. And Modesty? Oh, not today. Spinks could still win this, right? We're all chanting ace, but there's a 1v3 queued up here. And Spinks seems to have visualized it. JKS, good angle hold. Make sure that one doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's it. And it's a bit of a risk from him. He could let the bomb get taken over and put himself into an awkward spot.
Brink of just putting away this map quick, but making the most of the Glock round. Apex enjoying the sound of his own voice. Yeah, that's extra thick damage on that nade. Poor Hooksy, dude, just gets burned forward by a teammate's incendiary. Peeks mid, sees nothing. Come on. Slaughter the Glocks. Yeah, for Hooksy. For Hooksy. Had those stats bust. Peek off boilers also net to nothing, so as you would expect, it's 5 up for G2, which means they've still got a little fight left. 10 rounds straight needed from this point forward. Feel as though he needs help. Guys, we've all been there. Apex.
Oh.
This is what I'm talking about. Feels like an inevitability, right? The fact Apex picks up 2.
And he peeked into mid with no flash. And you have the MP9 player playing anti because of it. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, but now Monis is a bat.
Yeah, and we saw him win that round single-handedly.
If G2 are going to hold this, it's going to take some kind of big moment from Monacy, from JKS. He's holding. Spinks just gets the entry. Monacy's going to put the smoke down. If it's not him, it's Vitality 15. Oh, he stomps bomb. At 15 seconds, he gets into the pit. The flash is fast, and he dives away. Dupree picks it back up. Moto player comes through. Niko's here. zywoo ends them. Just when G2 thought they had a chance.
My God, 2v5, and Monacy somehow makes that look viable. One mistake, and it's over.
Mistakes shouldn't be happening on a round like this. It would need to be Magisk or Spinks, you'd think. And with niko fighting Magisk off of wood, that's one of the rifles down, goes into Apex's hands instead. Now zywoo's found one. Now I'm nervous. They've got a smoke for the CT cross, a few flashes. You know, they've got the bare bones for the exec. But surely G2 just hold on. Seems easy, and will be. Hunter from the boost.
Oh, the site player dies.
Yeah, that should have been enough, but zywoo catching Hooksy. This one's still looking doable. zywoo's gonna plant behind Fountain. If Apex can hold off on the back door, if Hunter dies here, well, that would have been one thing, but now zywoo is gonna try to pull off the 1v3 to end it. And the headshot connects, so the rumblings of a clutch can start to be felt if you are G2. He's now stuck behind Nubox, and JKF gives him no space. Utility held onto, Kid is there, all is good.
Yeah.
It's only 7 more.
That's pretty solid. Hunter's focus right there is good. Of course, they could have followed him part of the seams and any points, but they layered utility well. They hit shots really well right there. The hold overall was solid. The flash tactic for niko getting back into the game.
He's ready for this. Give him a round of farm and then see what happens. That's the AK dead, so single AK not working out.
Oh my god.
Nate softens him up. Looking like an ace. Ah, Dupree with the deagle response.
Come on, Connor. Why do you hate Nico?
I have my reasons.
Explodes that he is the guy.
The fact they have armor and picked up guns. Hunter dies with nothing. Pressure on Hooksy. Oh god. A 2v4 attempt.
Oh god.
And Hooksy starts firing off. Gets a bit of damage onto Spinks. Teammate's not here to save Hooksy just yet, but maybe he does it on his own. And he's just buying a perfect amount of time. Hooksy does indeed double down.
I was saying oh god for Vitality because of course I knew Hooksy had that. No problem. He was tense.
And I would understand in the first half, you lose 12 rounds straight. Surely that glimmer of hope starts to ignite. Hooksy traded. No need to overextend here if you're the other two G2 players.
No, but Nico's low.
Yeah, not ideal. Apex extends forward, grabs a weapon. Oh, Nico very close to killing Apex without even seeing him. So in the end, G2 do win the fight for Banana.
Oh my god.
Spam damage is there. Dupree. Oh, he gets
what
it.
the hell?
He's tracking him.
He said keep dancing.
Monacy now, he's got an ankle. Catches Apex, sticks around, and nails himself the second. Spinks with the trade frag. Hunter on the bomb site. Remember, Nico's low, and Hunter needs to deliver, but he won't. Dupree comes around the side. And a wounded Nico in a 1v2 or Vitality finish off what they started so wonderfully on Inferno. Their broken Anubis streak responded with revenge. Screw your T-sides. They came up with nothing. G2 a shell of themselves. And Nico, a part of that problem, now split between the two players of Vitality, but he takes down Spinks.
He didn't see him.
Puts the molly on the bomb, and his hopes burn. G2 go up in smoke on Inferno. And so we need to settle the score on Nuke. The second semifinal truly alive here in Washington. Counter-Strike on the East Coast.